I really wish YouTube would give us a countdown. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the WRK podcast where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Addy.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about probably a little bit of a touchy subject, but it's been in the conversation on the Twitter sphere, and we want to talk about it because we got some opinions. But before we really get into that, make sure you follow us on Twitter at WRKPod, on Instagram at WRKPodcast, and follow us on there. Subscribe to our Patreon page. Help the show grow. We got a couple people joining the cause, and it's nice. So yeah, that's patreon.com/WRKPod. I mean, what? Oh, that's about it.
I mean, your mom subscribes to our Patreon, so you probably should too.
Yeah,
if your mom's doing it, you should definitely subscribe.
Yeah, follow your mom's footsteps. It's almost my birthday. It was just Michael's birthday.
Getting old.
Dylan's birthday was like a month ago.
I
2
feel
months
too
ago.
old
But
now.
just help the show grow. If you like our content, then number one way to show it is to pay us for it. It is free, but if you love it, you'll love it.
Put a ring on it, right?
Trust me, we like it when you watch for free. Don't get me wrong.
Wholesomely enjoy you guys watching or listening for free. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's. I mean, just pretty dumb. Pretty solid intro. I think we covered everything. So
Yeah. So yeah, we're back. We're coming back to our fan base off a hiatus, a little hiatus.
right.
It's been
couple weeks,
2.5 weeks.
something like that.
I had one reason being I had in-laws in town. One of them working at a hospital in New York. So if that doesn't explain the hiatus, I'm sorry.
Sometimes
I was very vague about it on Twitter.
Right.
I probably could have done a way better job of describing why we weren't recording.
That's right.
But and then the last week we had some technical difficulties, but here we are.
Right. We just like to make people wait because then they just get really antsy.
We're edging your ears right now. We're edging.
We're
That's what,
edging you.
that's,
But if you don't know what edging is, it's when you're about to coom and you just stop yourself
Coom.
and then you just practice that. And we're edging your ears. Now you know.
We're edging your brains, okay? Not educating. Maybe educating. I don't know.
We're cooming in your ears.
We'll see what you guys take from this if you think it's an education. Oh, that's a weird way to start. All right. So today we're talking about Obamagate. For those of you that don't know, Obamagate, formerly known as Spygate. Pretty sure we talked about it early in the podcast, but I think people need a reiteration.
I think we definitely touch on the topic, here and there.
Yeah.
We never really had a full episode devoted.
We
to
never talked full ass about it, and today we're going to talk full ass about it because that's what we do here at the Who Really Knows podcast. We talk full ass about shit.
We talk shit about people, about you, about your family,
about presidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Here we go. So, Obamagate starts off with Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president of the United States, was accused. This all happened in like 2017, 2016. Yeah, like
He was accused of it, yeah.
yeah, in
But they
2017 they were accused of it. He just got found guilty of it, which
Well, they
no one-
they just filed the papers for it, didn't they?
they lost their lawsuit to keep it confidential.
Okay.
And so it became not even like something that you have to file a Freedom of Information Act request. It's just public knowledge now that it happened. So
Interesting.
I was trying to explain it to someone like fucking 2 weeks ago when we were having a bonfire, and I was like, no, like it's like I mean it happened. Like you can't argue that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's been proven in court that it happened. That's the way that our system works.
And when someone does something illegal, the most reasonable thing to do is just make a bunch of videos supporting all the riots going on. It just says, just pretend none of it ever happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just smoke screen. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. Dude, that fucking video, Michael, you sent me or tagged me in of fucking the wipe, and then Joe Biden's like kissing on his neck. Holy fuck.
Kissing
I
on
haven't-
Barack Obama's neck?
No,
What?
kissing on some random. Have you
man.
you haven't seen that?
Just walk for everyone listening too. Is it? I mean, can
It's
you
a
explain
TikTok.
this really
Yeah,
quick?
It's like a TikTok video, and it's like this guy he like sprays like glass cleaner on his bathroom mirror, and he's wiping it off, and he goes wipe, and the third time he wipes it, fucking Joe Biden's kissing on his neck, and he wipes it again, and he's gone. And he's like, what the fuck?
Please have to. We need to put that video out there. I think
That might be
everyone
on the
else will-
Twitter.
That's a
I'll put it out on
there's
Twitter.
there's
on
some
our
good
Twitter.
those white memes. There's some good ones. A lot of stupid ones. Very dumb ones. If you're thinking about making one of those, just stop and think.
Just
Are-
stop.
are-
Just
are-
stop.
Don't even think. Just stop, you know?
Just stop.
Just end it.
Well,
there, man.
would Dylan, AJ, and Michael think this is funny?
Oh fuck! It's got to be. It's got to be topical. It's got to be embarrassing for the fucking president
Mhm.
or potential president. I guess is a better way. but fuck! Oh my god, that caught me off guard the other morning. But yeah, so Barack Hussein Obama, 44th president, accused by Donald J. Trump for is his middle name John. I feel weird saying Obama's full name and not saying Donald
Jennifer.
John Trump, Donald Jennifer Trump. well, he's forever Donald Jennifer Trump. That's gonna kill his ego if he ever hears that.
I thought these
He was
guys-
accused of wiretapping the incoming 45th administration, and anyone who believed that this actually happened was written off as a nut job. Like, even Fox News was like, that didn't fucking happen. Like Sean Hannity's like, I love Donald Trump, but I don't believe that happened. And it's like, well, it fucking did. that's what we've
You gotta
learned.
be oblivious
from,
not to know. You know?
Yeah, from confidential or top secret documents that have no longer been able to be under top secret status.
Well,
I think they should do that with a lot more stuff. You know, a lot more transparency in the government.
like just come out and say that we landed on the moon. You can see the fucking flag from a telescope, but admit that you faked the fucking video.
Admit that was fake. What did we talk about the video that came out about Elon Musk's?
Yeah, they're fucking
rocket.
rat. There
Yeah.
was have you seen that?
Oh yeah, that was
The
sitting
rat
there
crawling
fucking-
on the
yep.
fucking spaceship when it's
Yep.
in space. So
Yeah.
studio,
Okay.
it's definitely studio shit.
Yeah.
And I believe like satellite videos come from the space station and shit like that. But when there's blatantly faked fucking videos, just admit that you faked it.
Dude, they've got some weird. If you got to look into those space station videos too, dude. They got some weird stuff going on with those. Like, dude, it looks like they're fucking on like hidden wires, like fucking wires, dude. Just fucking.
I love
fucking
watching.
on the
Yeah,
shit.
but how do you explain their toothpaste floating around in the air? I love watching people brush their teeth in space, bro. It's so satisfying.
I don't know.
It's
dude.
like a guy will like fucking squeezes a tube and the fucking toothpaste floats in front of him. And he like takes his toothbrush and like scoops it up and then squirts a
Bro.
fucking bottle of water and just squirts a little thing of water. He like catches the water and starts brushing his teeth.
I don't know.
I'm jealous as hell.
Not saying that it can't be fabricated, but I believe those videos, like those satellite.
I don't know. You gotta look.
Images.
You gotta look into it more. I mean, I'll send you some stuff after this.
But dude, straight up NASA, like if you go on their website, they even disclose that all of the pictures on their website are made with CGI.
yep.
But that's not what we're talking about here today.
We're talking about.
I
we're
was about to go full on like, yeah, the coronavirus didn't work to get people are done talking about that. Now that like all this other shit, and then they released that video, and it's just like, oh, this is just going to fuel the flat earthers. It's just, I think it's systematically dividing, or it's them systematically being divisive to keep people in groups.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
But that's
divide
not
them
what,
by. Oh, sorry.
But that's not what we're here to talk about today. But when you can finish what you were saying.
Nope, can't do it. We're not here to talk about that.
We're not here to talk about that, okay? Shut the fuck up.
We're
All right? Or I'm gonna break a fucking keyboard over this goddamn table, all right?
I will drop kick this fucking desk.
Oh, keyboard stomp this motherfucking table.
You want to see me put my foot through that fucking TV? I just bought it like 3 weeks ago, but I will kick my foot through that fucking TV.
We just watched too many people freaking out on the internet, on the YouTube.
Oh my god, the best way to wind yourself up for a podcast is just watch people losing their fucking shit. Like not even like in a constructive way. Just people getting mad about video games.
That's like people
shit.
That's like people watching like people on Instagram who are like workout gods, who are like, people are like, man, I wish I had that energy. We were watching these kids freak out over games, and I was like, man, I wish I had that energy.
I wish I was at home.
I wish that was me.
Freaking
Like,
out over these games.
I wish I didn't give a fuck about my possessions and just threw them across the fucking room, you know? Like, I watched some guy stomp on his fucking controller and break it. I'm like, bro, that stomp cost you $60. That's awesome. That's great.
He's like, I'm a Twitch streamer. I don't give a fuck. Just fucking
probably makes
mashing.
like some like Twitch streamer who probably makes like $30 a day. You know what I mean? Like, this is.
I'll make this
Also,
tomorrow.
by the way, I forgot to mention this in the intro. We're doing a cross promotion with a Mixer streamer. His Mixer link is going to be in the bio of this episode. It'll probably be in there for a while until I take it out, because I'm definitely gonna forget to take it out. So we're just gonna promote the fuck out of him, because he's using his platform to promote other people. He's promoting us, all that shit, all fun stuff. Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
So
Obama.
So
which if no one knew, just so everyone's on the same page, if you haven't seen the Facebook, the article about Obama being the most loved president by all Americans ever, being the most loved president ever, it is an article that I know one of our buddies floated around.
Oh, man.
And I've seen that on a couple of other people. And
first term, yes. Second term, no.
They forget about George Washington.
It's always the first.
They forgot about the guy that freed us from the fucking Brits. If there's any Brits watching, I don't mean fucking Brits in a derogatory way, but you guys did some fucked up shit back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But
and I say if there are any, I know that there are. So
it's just, it blows my mind that, I mean, yeah, the first term for any president, it like the first couple years, it's like
the first 48.
Shit's going great. Everyone is like sees what they think they want to see, and then they just totally forget. And then Libya.
Let's just open up a slave trade.
Yeah, I can't believe that happened. And
let's go over that.
So this is Libya.
Let's go over that.
Libya. We've talked about it on the show before. I've never fully covered it. Whenever I talk about Obama being just another trash president, as every other president's been trash president, I'm very fair about that. Like, stupid fucking job.
Except for George Washington.
Thomas Jefferson ran a revolt against the George Washington government.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Second Amendment, baby.
Damn. Dude, that's what I was gonna say. Like, how is any of the
president's been
I was gonna say, since we thought we got our freedom, I mean, we're still paying debts to the banks of England or something.
We're paying our taxes to the INF, which is the IRS.
When did that all started from the beginning, right? When we thought we had our freedom, but or is that something that happened later when we needed their help? I don't know exactly when that happened.
That happened when after the Pilgrims landed, and they were like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna be Christians and we're gonna hang out with these Native Americans. We're gonna have a peaceful life." And then England's like, "Hold my beer," and they come over and just fucking ravage the Native American societies that were. I mean, you can argue that they were subcultured societies, I guess, compared to what England was at the time.
Yeah,
they weren't colonistic. They were roamers, nomads, nomadic colonies. That's the best way to say it. And England came over and they're like, "Look, you're going to either abide by these or we're going to push you all the way off the fucking California coast."
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's basically how that happened. But so back to Libya. Before I forget that we were talking about it, because Dylan asked me to go over it.
I think
so.
I think everything that we should go over.
So Libya in I think it was 2013 when Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State. Libya, they assassinated the leader, turned it into a failed state. So it was Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, John Brennan, Joe Biden, all these people. And so the first black president of the United States reopened slave trade in Africa. It's like the fucking biggest meme of anything a president's ever done.
So I've always
like he didn't physically like go out there and put like a sign like blacks for sale.
By like, I mean, well, so what was it? Because they tried to.
I feel like he did.
So he kind of did, but he didn't physically drive the fucking for sale sign into the ground. You know?
No, why? So how did that? I mean, how much information do we have of?
That was like the edgiest thing I've ever said on this show. I feel like,
bro, I feel like that would make a great cartoon.
I just want to know, like, how. So, I mean,
and it's still like you. Like,
yeah, you can go on right now.
You can go on YouTube and watch people get sold for profit on fucking YouTube in Libya because we turned it into a failed state. And that's like that's why I say there's no good president ever, because fucking Al-Qaeda, a cell group of like 30 people, attacked the Twin Towers. And we're like, yeah, attack the Twin Towers, quote unquote. We covered that in an episode. You guys should check it out. It's actually pretty good. That's where Cousin Lenny was invented.
I don't know. You think
I think that's where we invented Cousin Lenny.
Bro, I don't know. I think we need to go back. We need to find. That's going to be a lot of hours.
A lot of hours.
Maybe we could pay someone. You know?
I'm pretty sure Cousin Lenny was. We started calling Cousin Lenny the cop that found the only wreckage from the fucking Twin Towers accident. Black box destroyed, but the terrorist passport was found. 2 blocks away by a beat cop, and I think that's why we started calling him Cousin Lenny.
Whenever Cousin Lenny, for anyone who doesn't know, if you need something done, but you want it done terribly, if you want something done wrong, you ask Cousin Lenny to get it all together. You know,
he's the guy that like does the like you have like a really good plan, and then he's the guy that pitches like the shit idea that just ruins the plan.
All the board holders are like, yeah, it sounds cool.
Leroy.
It's like someone who develops a game, you know, always hides Easter eggs. You know, it's like someone who's performing the plot to blow up the world towers. It's like,
and then I found his passport.
Then I found his passport. Yeah, insane. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams, and it also can't melt a wallet. So let's just get things clear. Let's get things clear right now.
The fucking door fell off before the plane crashed. Okay, that's why his passport landed in the middle of the street. In downtown Manhattan,
where
that's what happened.
Cousin Lenny's cousin found the wallet. What the fuck?
Just a beat cop finding the guy who crashed the plane's passport 2 blocks away. Just like people who are 9/11. Like believe the real or the official story. Just don't fucking talk to me,
bro. People, I mean,
talk to me so I can change your mind a little bit, man.
It's the big, and it's like officially. Like I'm pretty sure CNN reported it officially. Like it's the official story is the fucking beat cop when all this is happening found a passport 2 blocks away of the guy that was on the plane. Like it's like how fucking stupid. Like the black box, which is supposed to be indestructible, records all the flight logs of a plane. Like there's one in every plane. Destroyed.
Oh yeah, they took that out. They didn't have one in that airplane that time.
Yeah, they thought we just don't. I don't think we need it this time.
They're doing repairs on it.
I don't think we need it now. Let's just take it out. Who cares?
But anyway, that's before Obama. So let's get back to Obama.
Obama.
Before we move on, I'm sorry, but for with Libya and shit like that, like I've known that you guys you've always said, you know, how they reopened. What exactly led to the reopening of slavery? Was it that we just took the leader out? That's what
the
basically
country was in shambles.
That's what I've always thought, but I just never know.
I guess I've never really explained it. I just always said he reopened slave trade.
I know. That's how I've always heard it. And you know what? I
get mad about it. It's so annoying.
Oh yeah, especially because you can fucking go on YouTube right now.
Yeah, first black president brings back slavery. Fuck me. I mean, I guess there's always been slavery in countries like that, but like not like that. There wasn't in Libya. Libya was a fucking first world country before America got involved and said,
"Boom,
nope, Stone Ages. Fucking, you guys are out. You want electricity? Fucking beg us for it."
Yep.
And then Akon rolls around. He's like, I got you electricity.
Did you see Akon?
Right.
Akon was in fucking the Black Book as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, wait.
And I've seen that he's part of a lot of that spirit cooking shit and everything like that.
Wait, that Akon is, or
yep.
Akon?
I thought that he's a part of all the spirit cooking and shit.
Yeah.
I thought didn't he donate fucking shitload of money, like you said?
He donated his entire career to giving Africa electricity, like every dollar that he's ever made.
Yeah, but how easy is that to be like, oh well, you know, our kind of scholarship for your kids, just come with me, and then they never hear from their kids again.
We thought he was a philanthropist. Turns out he's a full-on rapist.
Damn.
Hear that, Akon?
You want to sue us? We got insurance, but please don't.
the shit that gets said on this show. I swear to God.
That's just dude. I'm edgy as fuck today. Holy shit.
You're giving me.
I'm usually like the one that's like, yeah, this is the story. We're gonna talk about it, and I try to keep you guys in line. But I'm just going for it today. Holy shit.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Probably because I got super drunk and fucking Omegle streamed last night.
I think it's because you might be fucking breaking that keyboard over there today.
I think
I might. I kind of want to. I spilled a beer on it, and the control key sticks now.
Bro, you might as well smash it over this table. I don't see any reason not to just smash it.
I got 3 other keyboards just waiting.
You know what? Like, what? You know, how good publicity that'd be. Like, I was thinking about that. Why not just have a fake keyboard sitting in front of you? No one can see that you just take it. Just fucking already has like half the keys off of it, but just fucking beat the shit out of your wall with it or something. I don't know. Man, goodness gracious. All right, so back to now we move on to the next
Obama.
Past Libya. All right, let's keep talking about the Obamagate.
So this whole thing, like back in like 2000, like family members wouldn't talk to each other over which side of Obamagate or Spygate they were on. You guys remember that shit? Like people weren't coming to Thanksgiving because Great Aunt Carol was gonna be there, and she didn't like Trump or she liked Trump.
Bro, I felt like politics has always been, you know, kind of a family. Like it's always been a divider a little bit. But like growing up,
especially dividing right now.
But I remember hearing family and stuff talking about politics and people disagreeing. But I don't know what the fuck happened, you know, like after, like straight up when Obama became the president is when I feel like everyone, it's literally like unfriending off of the Facebook and, you know, just like not getting invited, not the uninviting movement. Like you know, we just don't talk to them because of, you know, their beliefs.
Dude, that's my biggest pet peeve right now on Facebook is the whole unfriend movement. Like if you don't agree on this with me, fucking unfriend me. It's like, if you don't want to, like, if you're gonna let, and obviously what's happening right now is a big issue. We've decided not to really weigh in on it on the show, but if you're gonna be like, I've known you my whole life, but you disagree with me on this one fucking thing, I'm never gonna talk to you again. That's the fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah,
like I disagree with people all the fucking time, and granted, current situation, big thing to disagree on. But I'm not going to be like, I'm never going to fucking talk to you again. I'm not going to speak to you. If I see you out, I'm not going to address your fucking existence. That's just like, dude, it's like, I don't know. It's fucking, I don't know.
People are too sensitive. I don't know. People nowadays are trying to go too much with how they feel and not with facts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's true. But back to Obama. Okay. So it divided the families up a lot. It was like the biggest, like Trump versus Obama administration was like the biggest, I guess, like dividing of families that I can ever remember.
Yeah.
And I feel like the reason that it was Obamagate, hashtag Obamagate, was trending on Twitter is because people are locked in their houses. They like nothing's open right now. Celebrities aren't doing movies. There's no celebrity drama that they can read on fucking E magazine or the E website or wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't watch that shit, so I don't know. But they're in lockdown, and then the Obama administration loses a court case releasing this information to the public, and everyone starts talking about it because they're not talking about Jared Leto fucking being a weirdo on a movie set. They're not talking about anything. They don't have anything else to talk about because nothing in the mundane regular life is going on. And so they're talking about Obamagate, which I think is fucking awesome.
But it's crazy. It's so crazy how, like I said earlier with that article, that now that Obamagate is a thing, and I didn't even really think about this. Like, I was wondering, like, why am I seeing all of these fucking Obama videos? Like, Obama is on, like, he's on my fucking Facebook.
It's on a campaign.
He is on a campaign just for diversion. Just to try.
Well, what it
he
does
didn't do
is,
it before. He wasn't fucking on. I mean, yeah, like there was videos, but back when he was president, like he was not making all these videos. And now I feel like people, instead of, you've got your Twitter people, which are finding the truth, and then you have your old fucks who are just looking on Facebook, and
what they're doing is it's called flooding. So you release 30 videos with Obama talking, like relevant videos with Obama talking, and it gets X amount of views, and that buries
right.
Yeah.
Or floods. So when you Google Obama, it brings up that instead of you got to go to fucking page 3 now on Google to find out.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's funny as hell how fucking just a couple weeks ago, him and Michelle were like, "Oh, you need to have masks on. You need to stay away from people." But now he's marching in protest with people, just willy nilly. So
does
COVID not exist now?
It's fucked.
It's right. That's fucking crazy.
COVID doesn't exist.
What are you
anymore.
gonna do in a crowd with that Obama's in? You're gonna be the one fucking person that disagrees. Like you're gonna get flamed. You're gonna be like, why are like, does anyone know what this guy did? And the whole crowd's just gonna look at you and be like, "That's fucking Obama. That's the face of our movement." And then they're gonna, oh god,
yeah. George Floyd is the face of the movement. That's it. I'm not gonna really do much more or talk much more on that. But dude, you fucking got the guy that reopened slave trade in Africa marching with fucking Black Lives Matter. Blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. We got a studio dog causing some
Piper
trouble
is
in the
going
background.
ape shit on that couch right now.
He just wants some likes and attention. But yeah, I mean, it's fucking insane that you think, our problems around the world. I feel like when we're in these wars with these other countries, that it's like, why aren't we putting our efforts towards shit to, I feel like, make shit better? Like that's what we should be doing, but we're not doing it.
Have you ever heard the TV show Newsroom, and does a lot of pandering and bullshit, but it's what's the guy, Jeff Daniels? Is that the guy from Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, I think so.
He's the lead star of the show, and he has the first episode is that America is not the greatest country in the world anymore speech. And I looked it up, and a lot of the shit that he says is true. More people in America compared to everyone else in the world think that angels are real. That's true.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? But and then he says something about we spend more money on military spending than the next 23 countries combined. So we spend 23 times the next countries, and all of them are allies. It's why the fuck can we not? Why can we not make our country better?
I want to ask really quick, because I was talking to Eva about this the other day. But I mean, what was it again about our retired U.S. Navy ships or some shit? Like our uncommissioned ships form the third fucking largest
naval fleet in the
world. Is it third or?
I think it's the second. Second compared to ours.
What
So the only
fuck?
naval fleet that compares to our current naval fleet is our retired naval fleet.
Like what the hell? It's so stupid.
That's a lot of fucking boats.
That's a lot of boats.
And you know who our old homeboy Cesar is down in California fucking scrubbing barnacles off them bitches.
Yeah,
I thought it was Florida.
Or maybe Florida. It might be Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, he's down. Dude, that's his job. He's like he welds patches from reefs and fucking scrubs barnacles off of old Navy ships.
What a life!
Bank, bro.
Our home. Oh yeah, probably like $48 an hour or some shit like that.
All those boats, man. T-Pain would be so
started
excited.
out as an illegal. Our homeboy Cesar. We kept it a secret for so long. He got drunk and told us that he was an illegal immigrant, and we were just like, we won't tell anyone. Now he's a full-on citizen. God bless you, Cesar. Even though you threw up
in
Michael's car.
in my vehicle.
It was from what I heard, it was very orange.
It looked like the color. Like the color. No, the color was like an old school Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Did he eat Oompa Loompa? Is that like what? Why was that color?
I don't know, but I made him go to fucking Hy-Vee and get cleaning supplies, and he cleaned it. So he was a good dude for that.
Fucking Lucas drew a fucking mustache on me, and I walked home that next morning, not looking at myself in the mirror. My dad's like, "You guys got drunk last night, didn't you?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Go look in the mirror."
Amazing. Yeah. Incredible.
That's when you got your oil pan ripped out of your car from that fucking pothole. Yes, oh man, what a fun night. Yeah, I fucking loved Cesar, dude. Hanging out with him was awesome.
I don't remember why I wasn't there. I think I had something.
No, you were. Yeah, we were hanging out.
Oh, maybe it was when you guys drove home that happened. I wasn't there for the throw up, thank God.
No, we were at fucking
McDonald's. you were driving me home and your car broke down. I was like, well, I'm just gonna walk home.
Yeah.
I was driving everybody home.
Wasn't it you who drove on a snowbank and then reversed and it ripped your front?
Yeah, my front fucking fenders.
Moral of the story is, kids, don't drink and drive when you're 16.
Don't drink and drive ever.
Yeah, we're admitting a lot of shit right now. We are edgy as fuck this episode. You didn't think we could get edgy? We can get edgy.
Almost as edgy as a circle.
Yeah, dude.
I'm usually as edgy as a circle. I'm usually like business as usual. But I think I'm just get as drunk as I got last night and then drinking again with you guys today. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
I know. Yesterday, I haven't I went to the arcade bar and everything. But anyways, everyone, one thing that's always kind of, I looked this up and I didn't realize this, but Obama was the fucking only president in an 8-year term to have wars going on consistently through his whole term. I don't know, like who knows really what the truth is from past presidents, what we were doing, but it says that Obama is the only president that has had wars going on.
Well, under Bush, we were in 2 wars. We were at war with Iraq and Afghanistan. And then under Obama, he took those 2 wars and turned it into like 12.
Right. And that's the other thing is Obama has like, in the world, we're the world record for most wars, right?
No, Hitler has us beat by by one country.
Was it 13?
13.
You said 13?
13 is Hitler's peak number. That was France or Germany versus France, UK, America, Italy, fucking all those other little like fucking
Poland.
What's
Krasniak?
I'm like
Uruguay.
I'm like 1% of one of the countries. I can't fucking think of it, or like not 1%, but like you get like my dad's mom is like part Luxembourg.
So you're the 1%. You're the 1%ers. Fuck. I'm gonna go home, guys. This was fun, but. Bro,
I didn't realize I was sitting across the table from a 1%er.
We should have gone off. We should have made like our own country somehow in the U.S. Like 2 of us, and then just gone to war, or 3 of us and gone to wars. Then we would have been, we would have broken the record.
One thing that Obama did was, so he ran on pulling our troops out of Afghanistan, not Iraq, but Afghanistan. Instead, he put more, and this is something that Trump did, which is just him doing it to say that he did it, is he took the troops that Obama put, like the additional troops that Obama put into Afghanistan, and pulled them out and was like, we reduced the number of troops in Afghanistan. I'm not even doing a Trump impression. What the fuck am I doing? But we took I started doing Obama. I'm talking about Trump.
I know. You got to really, when you do Trump, I feel like you get really stretched.
We did the best thing that we ever did. We pulled our troops. I'm still doing Obama a little bit.
And
It's like they had a fuck child.
You gotta really stretch the lips out. You really gotta stretch the lips out.
He's like, we pulled half the troops out, and it's like, yeah, you pulled half the troops out, but that's how many people were there when Obama started his presidency, and then they're planning on taking him back or sending him back in it's 2021, like December of 2021. Because they went from 16,000 Marines in Afghanistan, I believe, to 8,000 Marines in Afghanistan. And now they're going to send them back. And he just did it for a fucking PR stunt.
Well, I remember they were even talking about it when it was this thing about bringing troops back. And then they were like, well, we don't think it's actually that safe to pull all our troops out. So we're actually going to leave some troops in there. And, then we'll just work with that, let's go from there,
Yeah.
We'll just go from there. Yeah. We pulled the troops out almost, not even almost, like we halfway pulled the troops out. And, I pulled all the troops out is what he's saying.
Yeah. And we're not pulling them out. We're sending them to different countries.
Exactly.
And increasing, dude.
I'm surprised we didn't break the record for wars. How have we not broken that record yet? Like, that's actually surprising. Maybe we just haven't gotten all the money out of all those other countries yet, but we're getting to it. Okay.
Well, the good thing about us not breaking the record, or not the good thing, the reason.
Damn, we were so close. We were this close to breaking the record.
The reason that we didn't break the record is because, if you invade Europe, they have the European Union and shit like that. They don't have that in North Africa. Like, those countries all hate each other.
Yeah.
And so there's no peace treaties or treaties of allyship. So when you invade Iraq, Afghanistan is just like, I don't give a fuck. And then you invade Afghanistan, like, oh, and Libya's like, I don't give a shit.
Right. Exactly.
And that's and now we're farming lithium and oil and. We had a thing that we talked about one time. It was like the 3 O's of war: oil. God, what oil? Something and something. I can't remember.
And opium.
Oh, oil, opium, and
is it actually?
Yeah, it was oil, opium, and
that was a shot in the dark. I feel very.
Yeah, I mean, we
probably talked about it before.
The reason we have 8,000 troops in 8,000 Marines in Afghanistan still is to guard opium fields.
Yeah. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. They're guarding poppy fields. That's your taxpayer dollars.
Do we have
best spent?
Another thing I wanted to ask, and I don't know if you know this, but I don't even know with all the wars that we've been in, the places we bombed. And that's another thing that we get into with Obama is where he's bombed and everything and how many people he's killed. But I mean, I was thinking about it, like when we were talking about the wars compared to Hitler and, with us and shit like that, like how much of a body count do we have over,
it's in the millions. Just in the Middle East alone over the last 12 years, the body counts in the millions.
I was gonna say, when does what we're doing affect more lives than the Holocaust did? And it's like people don't even blink an eye at it. It's crazy. We are on this train to Hitler status.
Yeah.
And what's fucked up is everyone says Hitler was doing it. He hated the Jews, wanted to kill the Jews, and it's like we're doing this for fucking profit. Like, we're taking lives to make money.
Yeah, we're not doing it because we hate someone. We're doing it for fucking money.
Right. Like, if I hated Michael, it'd be understandable if I killed you, for $50.
Yeah, but the thing
it'd be worse if I killed you just because someone was like, I'll give you $100 if you kill Michael. Cool. I'll take that 100 right now. I wouldn't
That's all
actually.
worth is $100.
Well, no, like I mean,
How worthless do you think I am?
I don't think maybe after all of this, this money coming in.
It depends on whether or not you have coronavirus.
That's like
Your value goes down a lot if you have coronavirus.
Dude, that's not even a tenth of somebody's stimulus check, dude. Goddamn. I would take the whole goddamn thing from him.
All right, you missed
right.
out. He said
Okay.
$50 at first.
Well, that was just because I hated him. That was because I hated him. All right. But man, I could always use $100.
Your boy can buy a fuck ton of Natty Lights with $100.
I mean, if you think about it,
129.
what 15 times 250, like 180 Natty Lights, something around that. I'd take that. I could be drunk.
Have you ever seen
I could be drunk for 2 whole days.
Have you ever seen the picture of the Bud Light 3000 pack?
Like fucking big ass fucking
on a pallet.
Yeah.
I saw the like 100 pack or whatever of something that was like who was it?
Looked like you were gonna open it and there was an AR-15 inside.
That's probably how they transferred guns. It's just like
Put
someone
inside Coke
on a fucking US
That's
like
something
receipt.
that fucking Obama did. Fucking the Fast and Furious. We talked about this before.
Yep.
The Mexican government has reopened a criminal investigation into the Fast and the Furious, suing the U.S. government.
Yeah.
I don't know how you sue a government, but fuck if this works. I'm suing them too for some dumb shit.
Wait, for suing them for Fast and Furious as to
That
why?
was
They were
the
doing
gun
pretty much
trade.
exactly
Yeah.
the thing as what they did in like Fast 4 or Fast 5 or whatever, dude. Like,
Well,
through
Fast and Furious is scandal is
they're
they running guns. Yeah. I've
They're doing
never
that.
watched Fast 4.
Oh, it was like Fast 5 or whatever.
Did you watch after Fast
Well, no,
4?
they were going like
I watched the first one, the second one, then the two
Tokyo.
with Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Tokyo Drift is the third one.
I think Fast 4 or Fast 5.
After the first 3, 1, 2, and Tokyo Drift have my heart.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like, bro, Michael Bay, go sit the fuck down. Relax, okay? It's about driving cars, not about fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson fucking flying in on a helicopter, jumping out of that helicopter
holding
with a parachute.
holding a mounted machine gun.
No, bro. Okay, so let me just say this right fucking now. This has bugged the fucking shit out of me. Does anyone remember? I don't know what Fast and Furious it was. I don't give a shit because it fucking sucked.
Fast and Furious
When
10.
they drove a fucking car from one skyscraper building to another.
Oh, that
They
was
drove
when
it
they was
so
in Dubai.
fast.
That was
The Dubai. That's in
That's the newer one.
7. It's the last one with Chris Walker in it.
Yeah, probably.
So
Like,
was that 7? Fast
yeah,
7?
it was
Yeah.
like, are you fucking dumb? This guy who starts off as this street racer guy is gonna hop buildings with a car.
Dude, he had nitrous.
Like, is he the cop from the other guys? Is it them jumping off of a fucking building into the bushes? Like that's
Aim for the bushes,
aim for the bushes. Yeah. It makes no sense. This is so stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not racing. That's you doing an actual impossible stunt.
It's a movie that started out about the FBI investigating them stealing car parts.
Yeah. Into that. Well, now you're saviors of the universe.
Going
Like, fuck
120
you.
miles an hour with fucking what the fuck is his name? Chris Walker.
Walker.
Yeah, on the hood of the car with that fucking lesbian Mexican chick. Mia, is that her name?
Yeah.
Mia. And then she dies and comes back, but she's brainwashed by fucking what's the fucking dude? Jason Statham.
Yeah.
She died. She quote unquote dies.
Which I love. I love Jason Statham, bro. Jason, love him.
And brings her back.
I love
And
it.
she
That
starts
part I
fucking
could
fighting.
I
Oh
could
my
get.
God.
I got behind that because you know what? Jason Statham is a fucking G, dude. He's a badass. He
Oh,
can
man.
play fuck you up seriously, or what was that movie with Melissa McCartney where I think it's Spy or something,
I don't even
and he's
care.
like her like. Bro, we'll have to watch some clips.
No,
he's the dumbest.
He's like
I wanna
her.
watch
He's
that
like
shit.
her handler.
No,
that
no.
her
Well,
trainer, or-
but with Melissa McCarthy, no, he's like another spy that they brought in, and he's like, one time I ripped my own arm off and I reattached it with my other arm, and he just makes like nonstop the whole movie. Every time he is Jason Statham's on the camera, just spouting off facts that just would never. If you guys don't know what I'm talking, we'll have to watch this because, bro, he's like, I once killed, like, dude, I can't. Like I said, my favorite thing was I once got my arm ripped off and reattached it with my other arm, and he literally says probably 100 other fucked up shit that just would, I don't know, fucking hilarious. Anyways, Obama. Somehow Obama. I don't know how. Okay, but Obama.
See,
Wherever
the
the
media,
Obama,
Obama.
other
I
countries,
just made the word of the day
Obama,
Obama. But
slavery, Syria, Obama.
The reason that this started getting traction is because of the Justice Department. And so this is from 2 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago, they dropped their criminal case against General Michael Flynn, saying that the FBI was not justified in investigating him over his 2016 conversations with a Russian ambassador, Sergei Kislyak. And I want to emphasize
That doesn't sound Russian at all.
I just want to emphasize it's not out of the ordinary for an incoming national security advisor to meet with other foreign officials. Their whole investigation was like, oh, he's talking to a Russian.
Right.
It'd be like, if with that being the standard, I'd be investigated because of my Omegle conversations, bro. Like, what? Also, if you found this show on Omegle, you're my homie. I'll give you the shocker.
I'm
reverse shocker.
I'm pretty
not,
sure
not physically, but
I'm pretty sure like our last 12 subscribers have probably been from Omegle, but love them to death.
Love 'em all,
come here, come and watch us. We you know, we're going to be more consistent now. You know, I feel bad for all the viewers. You know, we used to have a good live, you know, on Mondays and stuff. We'll build it back up. You guys got to come on our live show, you know, keep in touch.
Yeah, the live viewers are they're the lifeblood of us randomly going down a fucking rabbit hole.
Exactly.
We will be talking about fucking Richie Ricardo.
Yeah, old fucking God.
Yeah, that's just the I Love Lucy's husband, but
oh, I thought, never mind. I was thinking of Richard Ramirez. My bad.
Yeah, that's that name didn't pop in my head until you said it.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about that, and then a live viewer will be like, "Have you ever heard about this?" And I'll be like, "Oh my god, we're going down this."
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Exactly.
no, it's not fucking out of the ordinary for a national security advisor to meet with foreign diplomats. And that's why they investigated him. That's that thing that they like. The investigation is what spun the whole Russiagate story, which we talked about, and we called it before it happened. Russiagate 2.0. Yeah. I don't remember if Michael was here for that. This is back at the old studio,
right.
But it might have just been me and you. I don't remember.
We
were talking about how much traction Tulsi Gabbard was gaining, and I was like, I named it Russiagate 2.0, and then literally like 2 days later, Hillary Clinton's like, Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent, and I was like, oh my god, I fucking called it.
I remember talking about that.
I was like, woo!
Yeah. Damn.
I can predict the future, bro.
I mean, that's where it blows my mind that I can't, because do I have the capacity to do what you do? No, but do I believe like you find this shit out, and it's shit that, yes, it blows my mind, but I'm also like, man, if people just looked into it and people actually just took a second to research something, all the shit, like when I research stuff and I find some crazy fucking shit, I'm like, man, I can't believe little old me just found, like little Dylan just found that. Like, I must be a fucking genius, you know?
Yeah,
It's crazy. All I did was click on the third page. Like we always joke about, all I did was click on the third page of Google, and wow, your mind will open up.
Yeah.
All the shit that you find is crazy.
Once
Click on that
you get past the CNN and the BuzzFeed and all that shit, like there's
fucked up.
There's some real information out there.
Yeah. Which didn't you?
And once you study the real information, you're able to unlock the power that I have, where I can predict the future. Apparently, according to our YouTube comment section.
What? I mean, shit too. But yeah, some of the shit you've said. Fucking, this is 6 months before anything even came up. It's like I don't think people realize that we're either actually telling the future or we're taking probably too many hallucinogens
in one of our comments.
Exactly. I was gonna say like I swear to God, we're not doing fucking hallucinogens to figure this stuff out. Like this is.
Speak for yourself, bud.
I mean,
we did eat mushrooms live one time.
Yeah, we did. We did.
This is the wildest 4-hour episode of my life.
We did do shrooms on an episode. Did we announce at all that we were?
No, not once. We're announcing it now.
Yeah.
Go back and find it.
Does anyone remember? Is it just real quick?
It's pretty obvious. It's like the 3-hour and 45-minute episode.
Does anyone remember what we were talking about? Because I straight up don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Not at all.
Not a fucking clue. I remember trying to like read my notes and I was just like, I don't fucking know, man.
It wasn't even let's just say this too. It wasn't even a planned like let's do some stuff and do an episode. It was like maybe 10 minutes before we started filming that it was like sure.
These.
Yeah.
10 minutes before recording, we're like, yeah, why not eat these mushrooms?
I remember I didn't know if AJ's, I didn't know if you were going to. I know Michael showed me I'm just like a
I saw them, man. I was like a hound dog. I was like, fuck yeah.
I was like fat kid in a candy store. I was like, sure, I'll fucking munch on those. Yum, 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 yum. I don't know.
Eat some shrooms, watch a fucking YouTube video, and then record a podcast.
It has, yeah. I'm gonna go back and look for the longest episode on our list, and that's got to be it. That has to be it.
I swear to God, I think it was like 3 hours and 45 minutes of us just talking about random shit.
I honestly don't know, but yeah. Oh shit.
R&R.
Technical difficulties.
So, the investigation into general. Oh, I almost skipped over this. An Obama quote was leaked by a former official. An Obama quote was leaked by a foreigner. Fuck.
I knew there was spying going.
It was Fez. We all know.
Fez. And he said, went on a tear about the Justice Department decision to drop General Flynn's charges. Like, this is a recent quote, like probably a month ago. And he said, the rule of law is at risk in America. The rule of law, motherfucker. You unjustifiably open an investigation on an incoming president's national security advisor for talking to our quote unquote biggest enemy. Like you think that fucking Trump's administration wasn't like, yeah, we need to quash this shit with Russia.
Right. And North Korea.
And General Flynn had a fucking in with Kislyak. And so, yeah, of course they're going to fucking talk.
But are we sure he wasn't making, deals off this, like, Hunter Biden was with?
No, not at all.
No?
He did so there was like a conference that he went to, and I'm pretty sure that he did a speech for free when other people were getting like $50,000 to speak or some shit like that. Right. And that was back in General Flynn was a national security advisor, like not like the national security advisor, but he worked under Obama. Like when he did his speech in Russia, they called him Obama's general or something like that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a high-ranking intelligence official in the Obama administration, the first term. And then Obama was like, yeah, you got to go. And then he was like, all right, well, I still want to do my job. And so he started working for fucking Trump when Trump was rolling around.
Right.
And one of the ways that they fucking Carter Page, the fucking CIA asset, that they lied to get a FISA warrant to spy on Flynn, Trump, Carter Page, all these other people. They literally they edited it on a computer to say that he was not a CIA asset, and that's what got them their FISA warrant.
Yeah. And then, isn't that the same guy that wasn't in the same room, but knew a guy that was in the same room as the phone call that was going on?
Carter Page? No. Carter Page was like a CIA agent that was just literally volunteering to work on Trump's campaign.
I don't even know. I'm kind of stuck on the fact that, real quick, can you go back to when you said because they said he is not? So he's not a, what would you say, CIA asset? Like putting that in the documents got them a warrant? Like because they put that?
A FISA warrant. Which FISA warrants are like they get 90, it's in the 90% of FISA warrants are approved. And they failed 3 times to get this FISA warrant.
Yeah.
It's fucking asinine.
That's insane. I'm definitely, that's like a guy going into a drug pen about to, trade some drugs, and shit. And he's like, guys, I'm definitely not a cop. John, why would you say that? Now I can't help but think that you're a cop, man.
Yeah, dude.
So on January 5th, 2017, so this is 15 days before Trump took office, there was an Oval Office meeting between his national security team. The meeting was held the day after the FBI top brass had decided to close their investigation on Flynn, General Flynn. I feel like it's more respectful if I say General. Dr. Flynn. But after the meeting, they decided to keep the investigation open through the Department of Justice because of a phone recording that they had intercepted between Flynn and Kislyak. Intercepted meaning he was wiretapped, and they recorded his phone call with him. And at the end of the meeting, there was a second closed-door meeting with some real heavy hitters. FBI Director James Comey. We all know him. He spent he got fired by Trump and then spent 3 years doing a press tour for his book. And now he's up for possible criminal charges. Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates, VP Joe Biden, who is now running for president, and Susan Rice. Yates, in an interview, said he had learned of information of Flynn and his conversations with Kislyak regarding sanctions on Russia. And that's a misquote because it should be regarding sanctions Russia is going to impose. Because their whole conversation, Kislyak and Flynn, was whether or not Russia was going to lift sanctions on Israel. So it shouldn't be Russiagate, it shouldn't be Spygate, it shouldn't be Obamagate, it should be Israelgate. But everyone's too scared to fucking criticize the Jews, and they just fucking back down. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Because it's not the Jews.
It's Israel, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which Israel is full of Jews, but it's not the Jews. Then that's where Hitler kind of fucked up, because I think he was
he didn't get enough of them.
Oh, damn. No, I mean he
edgy fucking episode.
He went with the religious aspect of it, and he should have.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the people.
He should have went more towards. Hey, this is fucking. There's some Zionist Jews that are trying to create this globalism, and this is what we need to stop.
Oh, you mean the Kissingers?
Well, you already know.
Yeah.
All of those
I just hear Zionist Jews and Kissingers pops in my head.
Oh, dude, all of them. But fuck, what
I think I know a Kiss. Oh no, I know a Kissinger.
Kissinger. He was what's the
Henry
Kissinger? Is that the guy that he was FDR's like homeboy?
No, that's like the most recent Kissinger.
Oh, who the fuck was? Anyway, they've been in American politics forever, like especially since the 40s, obviously. But yeah, no, it's literally like the reason Flynn was calling this Kislyak guy was he was pressuring them to lift sanctions on Israel because Russia was the swing vote for the UN on Israel's sanctions, and that was the phone call. It wasn't he, and the media painted the picture that, and this is all open, like you can all, if you don't believe me, you can look it up, but the media tried to spin it to Flynn was talking about fucking winning, stealing votes in the election with Russia, and he was literally almost in fucking prison over this, over literally Rachel Maddow, fucking Morning Joe, all these fucking left-wing news medias. And I mean, the right-wing news medias didn't do a good job of telling, I guess they didn't have the information because it was all classified, but they didn't do a good job in fucking, all the media sucked around this, is what I'm trying to say. But the left-wing media was literally about to incarcerate a fucking 3-star general of the U.S. Navy over a phone call, and they were lying about why he was about to be incarcerated.
Yeah, I remember just reading up on that, and that's just kind of like, dude, that's the way she goes, man. I would never step foot in any power. You're just asking to get in trouble.
That'd literally be like me calling like the Cedar Falls Police Department and being like, yeah, this guy Dylan, like he is planning to do this shit. Like you guys need to go pick him up, and then you get arrested and you're awaiting trial.
Right.
Like he was bailed out, obviously, but you're awaiting trial for fucking 3 years on something that I just made up off the top of my head.
Right.
And that shit actually happens. I mean, how many times have people been accused of fucking, I don't know. I had a buddy that was accused of fucking raping a girl, dude, and he went to fucking prison over it. And I know for a fact he didn't fucking rape her because he was fucking with me the whole night. And
and they don't look into anything, like you said. Yeah, it's the whole thing of they don't look into anything. As soon as something's said, it's like, bro, we have something to go off of. We got to pretend like we know what we're like. If we don't come out with results, we're gonna look fucking stupid. Yeah. We're gonna look fucking stupid if we don't get someone. That's like
we're gonna lose our fucking $30 million Boeing sponsorship if we don't pull viewers.
Right. So what we need to do is
they make up.
Cousin Lenny,
literally,
you go drop a fucking gun on that dude and fucking clean your fingerprints off.
So this whole story is about them making a fake news cycle out of literally a lie that the FBI did under Obama to try to. They were trying to arrest Trump officials, is what it was. And it's all public information now because for once the American legal system worked.
Yeah.
And,
isn't that
like it took fucking, what's that, like 45 years? When did JFK get shot? 68.
Was it? No.
50?
69?
What was that TV show?
I think it was 69. Yeah. So JFK got shot in 69. It took 40. Oh my God, this math is blowing
64?
my mind.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't know.
50.
Okay, so it just came
51.
out last year that George H.W. Bush was in Dallas, head director of the CIA, the day that JFK got shot. How fucking... Okay, so 2019... to 1969 to 2019. That should
63,
be easy.
November 22nd, 63.
He got shot in 63?
Yep, November 22nd.
Okay, so 6 plus 40 plus 10. So
RFK was 68.
that's where I was confused. That's the last Kennedy we talked about.
Yep.
Other than the Kennedy chick that her and her son randomly died in a canoe accident.
Bro, fucking
right.
What was how long ago? So
dude,
40?
MLK and fucking JFK died fucking like 2 months
50,
apart.
it took 56 years for the
Did
U.S.
they really, bro? If that doesn't scream, you know, red.
Oh, dude, they were just, dude. That was like
what is
total
it?
fucking. We are fucking trying to disband the fucking civil rights movements right now. Dude.
Wait, what's that?
Fucking RFK and fucking MLK died fucking 2 months apart.
Well, RFK's like his whole situation is weird, but I just want to say this before I forget the number. I think I forgot the number. 66 years. It took 66 years. I think is the 56 years.
96 years.
56 years for them to announce that George H.W. Bush, head CIA director, was in fact in Dallas, Texas, the day that JFK was shot.
No shit.
Yep.
You think he did it?
Oh, he was definitely, the CIA was definitely in on
Involved, right?
The magic bullet theory.
Do you think he had an umbrella?
No.
I don't know.
He's
Probably.
not the umbrella girl. But I know what you're talking about. But he was definitely in on it. I feel like he was definitely, because the whole one shooter theory that Lee Harvey Oswald did it all, even though you can't go back to his house where he stashed the gun and then went to the movie theater in the time frame that the official story is.
Yeah.
Like Olympic runners could do it, but he was not an Olympic runner.
Right.
He was not an Olympic marksman. Can't do it. The best sniper in the world right now can't recreate the shot. But on top of that, the magic bullet theory had to come out. The one that goes through the guy sitting in the front seat. It hits him in the shoulder, goes down through his hip bone, hits his hip bone, ricochets through the seat, and hits JFK in the top, like under the chin, goes through the top of his head, so where his brain blows out. They came up with that theory because it came out like this is like a long string of like people wondering how this happened.
Well,
and in I think it was in the 80s or the 90s, like they came out that like in the documents got declassified that a bystander got shot in the leg. Like someone watching the parade, someone got shot in the leg. That's where they came up with the magic bullet theory, where it hits the guy in the shoulder, bounces off his hip, goes through his back, through the seat, hits JFK under the chin, blows his brains out.
See, wouldn't it just be more, you just go,
yeah.
The driver just fucking driving along.
That's
the easiest way.
I'm very in tune with the idea that the driver shot the final shot, but there's the final shot. Yes. Yeah. There's
multiple shots fired.
They talk about there being like 13 shots.
Right.
I heard fucking 9 when
Either way, more than you know.
Because there were people watching him go down the street that had fucking bullet wounds. And they come out, they release the fucking, and Trump did, like, I think it was his first year, release some JFK files.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then it's just release it all. Release all the 9/11 documents. Why is that still fucking classified?
I wish I had
transparency, dude. I'll say it again. Transparency.
Bro, I wish I knew stuff like this.
For you to fucking believe the narrative. It's just they want to continue to feed a fucking narrative.
Right. I wish I could tell my teachers off, you know, when I learned about shit like this in school. I wish I knew what I knew now. It just almost every subject that you learn in school about government and shit, and like,
well,
it makes no sense.
It makes a good fucking story.
Mr. Schmidt wrote his doctor thesis on the one shooter theory of JFK. Like the most popular history teacher of our school. He was a one shooter believer. And then I think it was like last year. And I just like read the fucking completely disavowed the one shooter theory. Like that's why it was last year or the year before. But I was just like, man, dude, I can't believe someone got a doctorate fucking writing about how Lee Harvey Oswald shot 3 shots in 8 seconds.
Think about
bolt action.
His story was probably, he shot, killed him, went to Burger King, had a great rest of the day.
He drops his gun off at his house, goes to a movie theater.
Exactly, just chilling, you know.
The last two president assassinations, one happened at a movie theater, and he was found in a warehouse, and that was
Lincoln.
and then Lee Harvey Oswald. He was found in a movie theater and shot the president from the warehouse.
Yeah, and they were
both known by their full name: Lee Harvey Oswald, John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah,
it's fucking.
And one was on like fucking 1963, and one was on like 1830 or whatever. You know,
bro. Did you guys
like
read in? There's a crazy thing about all of that. How like I can't remember, but they both had like the presidents in office or some shit had someone who was named some shit, and the other one also had something who was named some, like there's a whole fucking look into it.
Both of them against fucking secret societies. Like Abe Lincoln was against the Freemasons,
bro.
JFK was against the Freemasons.
It is motherfucking mind bending to read that shit and be like, what? Like, there's no fucking way in hell that this shit is. Like, it's almost like they left, like I said, like Easter eggs. You know, when they want to leave Easter eggs and shit, and it's like they want to like make Easter eggs.
They
it's
have
like,
to, dude.
So it's like in history,
dude, literally, the Lincoln or the JFK assassination is a Lincoln assassination backwards.
Yes, exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Literally I mean, John Wilkes Booth definitely did it. he walked to Lincoln and his wife's fucking overview theater suite and shot him in the head and jumped off the stage, broke his leg and hobbled to a fucking warehouse. But
what's the one, you know, where fucking what's his name came up and fucking shot old dude? You know, that was fucking
Reagan. When wasn't there an assassination attempt on Reagan?
No, but I'm talking about fucking when they had old dude in the fucking police station or whatever, and then fucking
that's JFK. Who the fuck killed him? What the fuck is his name? I know it.
Who
Albus Dumbledore?
No, not fucking
Severus Snape.
No, it's like fuck. Why am I thinking about Percy Jackson Lightning Thief right now?
Henry Hoover.
No, it was God, I can't remember his name, but he died of early onset cancer symptoms in jail.
Who
the fuck is the guy that shot Lee Harvey Oswald? Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey, I think is his name.
From The Doors.
Bro.
Yeah, it's Jack Dorsey shot Lee Harvey Oswald. It's all coming to me. I don't know why the fuck I started thinking about Percy Jackson Lightning Thief.
Well, he was talking about Harry Potter over here, and I'm just like, my mind's going fucking blank. I'm like, how'd you get Harry Potter, and how the fuck are you talking about Percy Jackson?
No, Jack Dorsey died of I think it was 2 years after he shot him. He died of cancer in jail.
Early onset cancer.
Well, because fucking Lee Harvey Oswald was, when he was leaving the police department, was like, I've been set up. I wasn't there. Which it's literally, I don't think he was there. I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald was there.
Right.
That's my theory about it. Because it's, unless you're an Olympic athlete, it's impossible to go from his house or from the book depository warehouse to his house, drop off the gun, and then be at a movie, like halfway through the movie. Doesn't make sense.
I think I think all the fucked up shit, the impossible shit. I feel like all the impossible shit that's happened over fucking the years that just don't make sense should be posted on like a poster, and they should be shared so everyone realizes all the shit that's gone down.
You can do that. You can find that on our website soon in the store section.
Yeah, we'll have a nice little poster of everything that literally it doesn't make sense. It has been scientifically proven by people, you know, by smarter people than us. It doesn't make sense.
Well, World War was it I when Franz Ferdinand was that his Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Turkey was assassinated?
Franz, I
just remember because I love the band Franz Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand, I know. Yeah.
I like Turkey.
Don't say I know you love him.
I like Turkey.
What's that?
I like turkey.
I like turkey. Dude, apparently I ate a bunch of eggs and turkey last night
Fuck yeah.
with hot sauce. I don't remember it.
Better eat fucking Cholula, dude. But yeah, no, I mean, like, we should have.
Yeah, Cholula's not that good.
I
I have
fucking
Cholula,
bro.
but
I love. I
I've
feel
got
like
a big ass bottle of Cholula, but it's not that good.
It's not
you
hot
gotta.
enough for
You
me.
have to get the green
It's
pepper.
vinegary. Too
You get-
vinegary for me.
I feel like it has more substance. Like I feel like you're using Tabasco, you're not trying to get anything. But if you're trying to drink hot sauce straight, the Cholula is better.
Yeah,
If you want to drink hot sauce,
Use it like
Cholula is your
ketchup.
bet.
Yeah, it has more consistency to it because like
Mine's,
I would
mine's
drink.
like I like splashing hot sauce.
See, I like to drink the hot sauce.
See, I like get hot sauce enough where I just only use a few drops.
Mm.
That's the shit that I like.
No, because then it's like if you I've
Back and
been
forth,
there.
Spread it around.
I've been there. And if you use too hot of a hot sauce and you want it on all your food, and I'll, fucking jerk it off all over all my food,
bro.
it's too much. I'm gonna lose pounds, but at what cost?
No
my tongue's not gonna work anymore. And God damn it, people want my tongue to work. Okay,
you get the hotter sauce and fucking them pounds just sweat out.
that's what I'm saying. That's my weight loss technique. And secretly because I like pain. But other than that,
Secretly, I like pain.
No.
Taser me. I don't
Hey,
give a
taste
fuck.
me.
right?
Fucking come over and beat me up. Try it out.
Piss on me, beat on me, spit on me. Try
Try it out.
Looking for somebody to live in my house.
But that's all the fucked up shit. But what really blows my mind, I think, with Obama is you've always had one side versus the other. But there's, for all the people that say they hate Obama, or not hate Obama, but who say, I don't know, all the people who are very, Republican and stuff like that. It's like, bro, you have so much information now to really just tear into all the Democrats. If you really wanted to fuck with them, you have a lot of information, more than you've ever had. I'm like, I can't believe that there is not just shit posting everywhere about.
It's just because it's so you got the people on the right and the people on the left, but the people in the left and the right it's a one party system.
See, I'm more on
Right.
the bottom, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be
super kind of. I would say libertarian, but not really, dude. That'd be the closest I could come was saying what party I'm at.
I don't trust any party, dude. We just need
you
you were saying, transparency in the government is what we need. Why are we listening to Joe Biden talk about how we can't go through his fucking files and shit when he's about to be our president? That's fucked up.
Why are you hearing more truth on this fucking show?
Yeah.
When this is supposed to be us joking about fucking conspiracy theories, and you're hearing more fucking truth on this show than you hear on the news.
Right. It makes no sense. That's what I think about all the time. It's like people are fucking dogging the wrong people. People think police, what happens once, you think police are bad. It's like, no, our government's fucking us over. They've been fucking us over all this time,
Well,
dude.
I mean,
like focus your energy on everything. Don't just focus your energy on, what's going on.
Well, the
like
thing about it
everything's
is-
fucked up, bro. Everything's fucked up.
They're trying to fucking
The whole system is broken. It's time to burn it down and
Yeah,
fucking start.
burn it.
over.
We
Yeah.
got these people fucking protesting. We got these people protesting. We got these people protesting. We got these people protesting. But they're trying to make it so that it's all on, these fucking white people hate you guys, or these fucking black people hate you guys, or these guys are getting money from their fucking stimulus check and not working, but you guys are working hard as shit.
I feel
So
like
hate each other.
I see posts, and I'm not, like we said, with everything going on, I think getting into it's a little dirty water. Like we don't want to get, we don't want people to get the wrong idea, but so many posts about, saying, if you're white and silent, you're a part of the problem. And I'm like, bro, I'm not talking about your cause. And so don't say I'm not a part, or I'm a part of the problem when I'm here talking about the problem in our government, Focus on the people who are trying to change shit, and change will come. But people are talking about, the Minneapolis police are saying, well, now with our police department chokeholding, we're going to make that illegal, and we're not going to make that okay.
Well, they're getting disbanded now.
Well, if they, it's a thing. It's like, you're like, the problem isn't with the police department's fucked up. And yeah, you guys, let's say you do win that battle. The government still exists. Nothing's gonna
You're
fucking
still getting
change.
fucked over.
We're
So
still
listen to
getting
this.
fucked over. They're gonna, whether the police department fucks you up or someone else that they pay, because wasn't the police department back in the day? It was funded by rich people to fucking protect their shit and like.
Yeah, that's how the police department
Yeah,
started.
it wasn't for
Back
protecting
in like the 1800s
Yeah.
or
Well, the thing I think is really weird about it though is like all these people are like, oh, defund the fucking police departments, da da da. You know, we don't want police in our, you know, in our cities anymore. What happens when fucking, you know, all these people that are protesting against having police in their cities have Donald Trump's fucking military in their fucking city? You know.
yeah, it's
They're fucking-
wishy water. That's why
that's what I'm saying.
Bro,
Yeah, what,
like
what
they-
what's
like-
their next step? You guys really want, because if you're talking, and this is just me, I don't know a lot, but if you're talking about disbanding police, it could go either way. Like I feel like there's multiple paths which could go if we're, you know, like I like the idea of burn it all down, but that's the thing is like, yeah, we might
you
get
have to
rid of
build
police.
it up after.
Well,
Exactly.
but I
That's
mean,
not gonna happen.
Well, but I don't think you can burn it down. It's a hydra. You fucking are killing the head of the. You're killing the police department, and then everyone thinks everything's fine when the next thing happens. And guess what? It's not gonna fix shit. It's gonna be the same fucking shit.
Guess what's behind the police department? The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah.
I guess
Exactly.
Like that's what happens in shows. Like you see it all the time. The FBI shows up and say, "Listen, guys, you guys go home. We've got this under control. This is our jurisdiction now. Fuck you, and your mom for giving birth to you.
basically.
Fuck you and your grandma. She should have taught you. She should have raised you better."
No, I don't really know a whole lot about the Minneapolis Police Department being shut down or anything like that. Like my whole thing is I support the movement. My silence isn't a part of the like I vocally the other day was like I haven't said anything about it. Like I've been agreeing with black friends and stuff like that.
Right.
And I said, I think the only thing I've said about it is, fuck, I really hope Rage Against the Machine is coming out with a new album soon.
Yep. I saw that.
Dude, that's like the real, like that whole band.
Well,
is made
there's,
for a
I mean,
movement like
people,
this.
one thing I looked at when I was watching I was going through comments on the cover by Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker, and people were like, yo, this is not them trying to, you know, just do a song. This is the song still holds true because it fucking means something. It's like, it's, you know, it's, I don't know. It's just fucking mind blowing. It's like, get your, like, this is like Rage Against the Machine shouldn't even have to, like, it would be awesome if they came out with a new album.
Yeah.
But everything that they're, you know, all the music they're making, the lyrics that are coming out of his mouth, like that's protest shit right there.
It's Zach De La Rocca he was a open mic poet in New York City when he met Tom Morello. That's how the band formed. Was Tom Morello went to a like comedy club on open mic night, and Zach De La Rocca was doing open word poetry. That's how they met. That's how the band. It was him talking about the oppressed people and all this shit.
Oh yeah.
That's how the band formed.
And it's like, yeah, people, I think when they talk about, I've heard so many news radio host people talking about, well, man, this would be a really good time for Rage Against the Machine to come out with a new album, you know, really speak about this. And I'm like, I feel like they already have spoken about this. I feel like they have
in the 90s.
I feel like they have clearly,
Right.
and we are in a time where everyone should be remembering those songs and not thinking, what else do they need to say? They don't need to say anything.
Their last tour was like before Tom Morello and Zach got back to speaking terms. I'm pretty sure their last tour was like a South American, I think they called it a South American protest tour, where they were playing like the Ghost of Tom Joad and all this shit, like Maggie's Farm.
Yeah.
And like all the songs are like, I'm not gonna work on Maggie's Farm anymore. I ain't gonna work, and just like all those like not rebellious songs, but like the wake the fuck up songs.
Open your fucking eyes.
Like you have like their protest songs, which is like I think Killing in the Name of is just like it was on Guitar Hero, and it's just like overdone. But like Testify, Gorilla Radio,
dude.
Gorilla Radio, How I Killed a Man.
Yeah.
Fucking what you just found out wasn't originally by
them.
Yeah,
I know. Which
I was
still,
with you. I was with you for
God.
that, and that was amazing.
I was like, well, it was because accidentally I played Rage Against the Machines. I played it on Discord. I typed into the music bot, say play How You Just Kill a Man, and Cypress Hill comes on, and I'm just like, why would they play Cypress Hill's cover of Rage Against the Machine? Like, why would they play that?
And then we were talking. Dylan's like, so is this a cover of Rage, or did Rage cover it? I was like, Rage covered it.
Yeah.
Did you know that they do a whole bunch of shit together?
Rage and Cypress. Dude. I mean, well, that's what confused me, is because it really was. I watched a documentary on Cypress Hill, and I was high and drunk while I was watching it, so I don't really remember.
Story of my life.
But yeah, it was around kind of the same time, and it confused me when I like heard that, and I was like, damn, that's like that. I don't know exactly, because nowadays you'll get covers 2 years later by someone else,
Right.
But back then I was like, did they really, if I don't know the exact timeline of it, but it was awesome.
They like do their own like fucking, they tour and everything together and everything like that, dude. It's fucking great.
One thing that makes me really happy is I feel like I could be friends with Zach De La Rock. Zach De La Roca, however the fuck he pronounces his last name. I legitimately feel like I could be good friends with him. And
I feel because he's shit. Like what?
Like I agree with like my thing is, I don't speak out about like my political views a lot, but I feel like I agree with him 100% about injustice and stuff, like just listening to his music. And I'd be like, I could have a beer with him and just like we would agree on everything.
And you look at
crazy though. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, just on top of that, like you look at artists who make all this shit, and it's like, bro, to me, like when you're thinking about art, you're trying to say something, and I feel like what he was doing, man, that's fucking art. That's you, like
he was before his time.
Yo, straight.
Could you
up.
imagine if Rage Against the Machine launched their first album right now? I guess it wouldn't make, because they got famous arguably because they were on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
I would. Would I? I think. I don't know.
The first time I listened,
probably
that blew them the fuck up.
The first time I listened to Rob Zombie was on fucking Twisted Metal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's weird.
Well, and video game culture is like super into it with music culture. Like it runs parallel to where I totally think that one of the things that blew up Rage Against the Machine, outside of them just like doing what they do, is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, definitely. Like Run DMC was on there, like, and he was the top selling artist that year, I think. Damn. And Rage Against the Machine was like a band that people listened to at skate parks and shit. And they were on the same fucking track as Run DMC, and then they got to the point where they literally did an active protest concert on Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
What's the song? Sleep Now in the Fire. It's a recreation of them getting arrested for doing a concert on Wall Street with Michael Moore. Like they were there with Michael Moore. I think he was filming a documentary at the time.
Michael Moore.
Me either. Like I like some of his stuff, and some of it's.
I just don't
also,
like he skews really hard. It's like, well, here's this thing, and I'm going to turn it into this.
His Bowling for Columbine documentary is really good, but a lot of his documentaries are just dog shit.
Yeah. See, I haven't watched a ton of his, but I'll support anyone who's fucking fight. Well, when he did his Columbine, though, he wasn't. Gosh, I can't even remember. It's so long ago.
So one of the like main things was it almost killed Marilyn Manson's career. Columbine did, because the dudes that shot up the high school were big fans of Marilyn Manson.
Right.
And Michael Moore did a really good job. He's like, no, it's separate. You have to separate the art from the artist.
Right.
Like, shit like that.
Right.
And that's why I like that documentary as opposed to his. What the fuck is I think he did it might be called Fahrenheit 4035.
Some stupid shit. Because
It's about Trump being the president, and it's just like he does a really good thing, and then he does a dumb thing, and he does a really good thing, does a dumb thing. It's like, hey, like I don't really know how to feel about your whole perception, but I like some of the art that you produce, like because I mean, filmography, like that's an art,
right? Henny, yeah, you can do a lot of shit as long as you're doing it for art. It's art. If you're trying to pay people to write you a song and then have someone else make the song and you just sing the song, it's like, fuck you.
Studio Dog going ape shit.
Yes,
I don't know if anyone heard that. You might have seen it.
Studio Dog is going insane.
Seen that tail go over the TV. Holy shit, that's what caught my attention.
He's just like, damn, I love this couch. I'm gonna find a new position real quick. I'm gonna find another way.
Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, we can keep going if you guys want to, but I don't think that there's any going back on the subject at this point.
Honestly,
this is what I love about this show, though. Right. We can just we don't even need at this point, we don't even need a topic. We just dish.
Bro, I think that's what we need to start doing. No topics.
Well, we could do, I think what would be dope is like
except for serial killers.
I think we need to do one next week.
Yeah,
I think when we pick a topic, man, it's like fuck. We can go over. We should just fucking pick like 3 different topics and just be all these places. Because I feel like sometimes there's so much happening in different aspects of the world that we could cover 1 week. And then, like we were trying to get this Obamagate episode out, and talk about this when, it's at the same time we could do an episode on, what's going on with the protests and all this stuff like this. There's so many things going on right now. There's so many things going on right now. Yeah, a little bit.
But what you're saying is that
we'll plan for it to be like, but there's so much stuff going on right now. Like there is so much shit going on right now.
Basically what we're saying is the show format might be changing for the better
or the worse.
I think we just want to
drink beers and dish.
We just want to talk about really serious subjects that piss a lot of people off, but we really have fun with like the people that really enjoy us. But what else? Like, I mean, just before we go, I don't know, man. What do we think we're about to see from this Obamagate? Like, where do you guys think this is about to go,
dude? It's
because
he's getting to the point where it's like, so the Obama administration is being investigated by the Mexican government right now for the Fast and Furious scandal. We might be seeing another George Bush situation where Obama can't leave America or Canada anymore. And I think that if that happens, it's going to start a trend where the world organization, not like New World Organization, but the world is going to be like American presidents are war criminals. Which is true. It's so fucking true.
You go into.
Can I just say, I know how we got to. As Americans, we need to hook our president. We need to take these clamps and hook them up to their nipples, okay? And in a lie detector test.
Nipples.
That wasn't really it, but I just wanted to do that.
Wouldn't that be?
I honestly didn't plan out a word of the day. That's been like so long. I didn't even think about it. You are fake too.
Yeah, bro. But wouldn't that be great? Just hook every president up to a lie detector test, and whenever they lie, just fucking shocks their nips harder than I do when I just give it a good twist. You know what I mean? Harder than I twist my own nipples. You know what I mean?
That'd be a fun one.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I think, like you said, transparency is key. Like, why is our government hidden from us? We are the ones. The people.
Our government is hidden from us, or do you think we have a hidden government?
Both. I mean, it's the same thing.
Well,
I would say technically, or not
I
technically,
think-
I think they're hidden from us because that's what their job
Yeah.
is to hide everything they can from us while they work in
You
the
know,
shadows. You know,
Well, but like
Here's
who,
the nipples,
who has had
boys.
more of a shadow presidency?
Well, it's all
That's, I think it's shadow presidency. It's Obama.
And it's like people, like I said, really, one of our buddies posted. I don't know if you commented and you liked, but when our buddy shared that thing about Obama, and I'm just like I don't think it bugs me that people are allowed to post political. Like, I think it's important, but I don't know. It's just like I don't think like people being able to. It's almost like they're unpaid people working for the government that are posting all this bullshit. You know, people are allowed to post these articles that are fucking bullshit.
You think it's
Where's the
unpaid
numbers?
people? You think it's unpaid people?
No, it's unpaid people because people are sharing the shit in their free will. It's paid people at first, but I mean,
Yeah.
shit, they're putting the shit out there for people to
Whoa.
share and cloud everyone else's.
That's exactly the same as there's these people at these riots and motherfuckers are on their phones like, hey, we're rioting, and then all these people in this video get fucking face tagged and fucking arrested.
It's
People are fucking, the people of the United States are snitching on themselves. So everybody in America should be fucking winding up in ditches here in a second. Right?
It's weird.
It's fucked up.
Such a fucked up time.
I think the best thing you could ask
I think
for,
the movement's good. Like I do.
Yeah.
I genuinely like and I didn't even realize like until you said like someone said your white silence is part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like that's not That's not part of the.
Do you know? And there was a picture I saw on Facebook of these 3 white people, and I'm not like I think the movement is great too as well. I love the movement. I'm glad we are moving, dude. Let's fucking move, bro.
This is something that should have happened in fucking 2008.
Let me say this, AJ. When you say your white silence is,
well, that's not what I'm saying. That's something that I've heard. But
what was the quote?
Your white silence is part of the problem.
See, the thing about it is, though, being a white person, I shouldn't be talking about the things that need to be going on in black culture because that's not my part,
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the things too is so people are like if you're not doing hashtag Black Lives Matter shit like that, like I'm not doing that actively because of the same reason why. When Obamagate came out, Obama started putting out all these videos that got all these likes.
Yeah.
It floods it. So you're gonna fucking have some fucking 26-year-old white kid tell you Black Lives Matter, or do you want the actual movement to get like it floods
exactly.
it.
But my biggest thing is
I'm all about it. Like I've told like black dudes like there's a black friend that works for me, and I was like, bro, if you want to go to the protest at such and such location, I will be I will be a part of your white wall. And like, I'm actively like talking about that. I'm not posting on my fucking page BLM because I'm fucking gonna
fucking virtue signal
that. And on top of it, it floods. Like how many You look up hashtag Black Lives Matter. How many fucking white people talking about problems that they don't have? Like let people that have the fucking that's my thing is like let people that have the fucking problem talk about it.
Yeah.
And don't flood it with
Karen.
Don't fucking flood it with with white guilt.
It's white guilt. Bro, I have some very outspoken. I also have like some African American fucking people that are talking about, and I'm not against them in any way. Like I'm like, you know what? Like you're totally allowed to say what you want. But some people are out there. Like I saw a picture of these 3 white people in chains saying, and their shirt said "so sorry."
Yeah.
Like their shirt said "so sorry." I'm like, what the fuck? If you have the energy as if you really as a white person feel bad for them, you got to realize that this shit has been a part of the system. This is what our government did.
Well,
like,
spend your time and effort on something
those-
other than that.
those-
But, like,
people are being-
exploit the government. Don't talk about how sorry you are. They're fighting their
virtue
bad.
signaling, bro.
Like,
they just want the likes for that.
Exactly.
Shit.
They are the people, and they're fighting the battle, but honestly, like, it's the war is against our government. Our government has planned this shit. They have been doing this shit since how fucking long that the whole thing with the districts and shit like that, like putting, oh my God, like how, like put your fight towards something important. Like you're white. You obviously aren't going through what they're going through. Like you said, let them speak about what they're going through, because that's like, then
and support it. If I support it without
if I see a white friend talking about like what they've gone through, and I actually have friends that, were in the hood and like having problems with, and like feeling like they are, treated differently, I'm like, bro, I want to hear from them. And what I'm thinking of is for a white person to do their duty. I'm like, my job, I feel like I'm trying to, when I feel like I'm doing the show, I feel like we're trying to expose the system so that those, people of color don't have to, like, we want to expose the system so they're not treated differently. That's how we fight. That's how white people should be looking. They should be blaming their government. They shouldn't be saying the police. You're blaming the police department. Yeah. You're blaming yourself. You're blaming the police department. It's like, bro, this goes to the top. This is planned. This is like
the weirdest thing is, bro. Like I, one of my best friends is fucking Chris Kraft. He's a black dude, and I work with fucking tons of fucking black guys, dude. And like the thing is, none of them have fucking been like, fucking like, they've talked about how this shit's fucking stupid as fuck, da 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 da. But the people that you see most talking about how fucking it's so bad, da da da, are these fucking like white girls, dude.
Yeah, it's a cult of white people white shaming other white people.
Exactly what it is.
Which in the BLM movement doesn't want that. And we've seen this in Portland. We saw it at the Battle of Berkeley.
Yeah.
Like it's white people white shaming other white people.
Yeah.
And it's just these like where
like a white person feels, it's that typical thing where you feel like you have the bigger house. It's like if you feel like you have the better movement, the better shirt that says so sorry, you feel like you are making the difference and sharing the picture, man. And it's like, bro,
you're putting them down doing that, because what person needs to feel, why are you going around telling people that
it's a photo op?
Why are you going around telling people, black people, oh, you're oppressed? If nobody thinks they're oppressed, if nobody knows, maybe people, everybody's oppressed.
Well,
I don't know
exactly. I know people from shittier neighborhoods that are white as well, that also are,
not very good situations.
There's bad situations, and I think that's the problem that I don't think I don't want to say. I don't want to.
It's a systemic problem.
Systemic.
Not a racially systemic problem. I don't feel like personally.
It's just exactly.
It's just a straight up.
We've upgraded. Problem. They used to. So like back in the day, and I don't know this all well, but back in the day, it worked so well for people of color, because that's what actually was going on so hard. But nowadays, you have whites, Mexicans, Muslims, like you have people of every race that are in these shitty neighborhoods. We're getting fucked by our government, and we need to fucking
government, bro. That's what I'm saying. Burn it all down,
dog, bro. Burn it all down, bro.
Hey, my house. Don't burn my house down. I'm just saying.
Burn Michael's house down. You heard it here first.
Burn my house down.
Michael lives in Stout, Iowa. Burn his fucking house down.
I have insurance.
Michael is white. He should be ashamed of himself. But burn the system, dude. Burn the whole system.
And, dude, I literally so I got back on my fucking, do you guys remember Tumblr?
Nope.
Yeah, I got back on my Tumblr
blast
account
from the past
the other day, because I was like, because my thing was like, I've always felt like burn it all down, restore at all costs. Like I've always had that mentality. And I went back on my Tumblr account and I was just like, holy shit, I have been actually like posting burn it all down shit since like
yeah,
2008,
Yeah.
like MySpace age, like burn it all down. Like the system is for the fucking 1%.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But
People,
not even the 1%. It's Bernie Sanders. The 0.001%.
bro. Yeah. People.
That's who the system is.
People
built
are like
for.
freaking out. Like people are saying, like, well,
The stock market's gone up throughout this whole thing. Like,
Yeah, because people been buying fucking ungodly amount of shit, bro. You like, I went to Walmart, dude. Everything's bought out. Went to Target. Everything's bought out, dude. Dude. I couldn't even get fucking furniture for my house for another 30 days because everything is bought
so
out.
it's like we're putting money, like it's good thing that, you know, I think money going back into the economy, especially the local economy, is good. But like at the same time, like the reason that they put this money out for it to go back into the economy, I don't think that does good for us, you know.
dude, you just reminded me of something. So I saw people on the news talking about why burn down Target, why burn down Walmart. It's like that's the most, like, it might not even be planned the way that I see it from like hosting this show and knowing what I know, but that like them burning down Walgreens and Target, those companies are the people that throughout this whole coronavirus got $5 trillion in stimuluses.
Yeah.
And the people, and I hope that they're thinking about it the way I think about it, kind of, you know, like where I'm like, yeah, why would the fuck would you burn down your local pharmacy when there's a CVS right there and they're literally fucking raping your income right now?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's they're getting like a stimulus while you're out of work. And CVS and Walgreens specifically have been buying up mom and pop shop like pharmacies across the country
that are closing down, that are like, well,
like
I have to sell this to you for a cheap ass price because I can't afford to keep my shop open. So now Walmart, who you thought was the fucking like in that South Park episode, it's like they're growing and it's gonna rebuild on its own. It's like, no, bro, that Tom's not Tom's rhinoplasty from South Park, but the pharmacy that went out of business in South Park. But in today's day and age, like that's going to be the new Walmart. You know, that's the new Walmart location. That's the Walmart quick shop. That's the fast food of fucking, you know, I don't even know how to say it. That's the new fucking way that they're going to work. Like you said, like they're going to become the world provider. So burn it down.
And on top of that, burning those stores down, those companies, their CEOs are donating to the fucking politicians that are keeping people in fucking shackles to the police department. Like it's like people are like, oh, why did they burn this Target down? Fucking Target CEO just donated got like $23 million of their fucking corporate income to fucking politicians. Like it's like, yeah, no, you think that they're, and I hope that it's not blindly looting and shit like that, but fuck it. Burn that fucking store to the ground.
I don't even care. Blindly looting, I don't like that all these smaller businesses.
But I hope that they're like thinking like the way that I think about it, I hope that to God that they are taking it from that perspective where it's these people are supporting the local politicians that are supporting our police department that are fucking oppressing every citizen in this fucking county. Like that's what it comes down. It's a county.
Bro, yeah, dude, I don't even know. I think it's mind blowing. I think people need to, when it comes to looting, I think like we've seen, you know, the police and the government working to get riots started in a very bad way. There was God, what happened in Waterloo? Like people were talking about you know, what was going on, and I can't remember what happened. I think someone said in Waterloo or Cedar Falls, I can't remember, that flashbangs were brought out or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that shit is not like, Waterloo is getting together as a community to protest. And honestly, like there was something that was said about the I can't remember if it was the American flag or what happened, but outside of Newton's or whatever, that they burned it down. Like during the protests, like these people with Confederate flags drove in and burned the flag down and drove away. And to me, I'm like, it's wherever this flag was, but whether it happened or not, I don't have any proof. But whether that happened or not, in my mind, I'm thinking someone had to have staged this shit.
Well, you didn't also see that like
In
six or seven cars got burnt in Waterloo that night too, right?
I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm saying whether the people did it, which is reasonable. Riots happen. Fucking, I've never been a part of one, but man, like an actual like fucking crazy riot, would I go? Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'd probably be strapped with my fucking.
Nah, I'd go. I just fucking run around in circles. I know. I was gonna say. I literally was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh my god, is this the time me and AJ actually we all dress up in some foam gear and But I was like, that's dangerous, dude. I don't want to get shot in the head. Like that'd be on some national
It's a lot harder
news.
to control people that are armed. I'll tell you that.
But no, I like it though. You see all these pictures of people. Like I see, like there was a picture I saw of I can't remember what state it was, but they were talking about the Black Panthers. I can't remember where the Black Panthers were, but they were all standing out there in their gear, and they had guns on them, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like that's what like us as Americans, that's our Second Amendment right. I saw all these videos on people talking about the violence that's going on, and I had to hold myself back into typing because no one listens to me. I don't post shit.
Exactly.
That's why. But I had to hold myself back from saying that. Do you guys really? Does this not show you why we fucking need our guns? Like
I bet you none of this violence would have happened if those people would have been sitting there with weapons. Mm-hmm. If all these people would have been sitting there with guns in their hands, the government would not have thrown smoke bombs at them, flashbangs, because people would have shot back.
I mean, like, it's just that's where I'm saying, like, bro, like, you realize you thinking that this has to be you can have a peaceful protest. Like, don't say guns shouldn't be allowed. Bring guns with like protection is everything. Like our government, a tyrannical government, like, dude, well, why not? Yep. Well, us as Americans,
it can be peaceful with guns.
With guns, I love seeing. I'm sorry, I don't care if it's an act, if it's not. Like if other, like for the white people that were like, oh, it's such a calm protest and stuff, and they had guns on them
in Michigan,
whatever. Yeah. But I mean, in these other protests, I'm like, bro. Anytime I see protesters out there standing with their guns, I'm like, bro, I salute to you. You talk about like pride in your country. I love the people. I've known people that have gone to, deployment and stuff like that to other countries. But the people, I've never had the respect for that shit. I have respect for the people that are going out there with their guns. And if someone's out there and cops and people in military are trying to fuck with peaceful protesters, in my mind, in my mind, and this is probably bad, but like I would, if these guys are trying to fuck with you, I think we should be allowed to take action against that with our weapons. Weapons.
What happens if I get fucking rubber bullets and fire back rubber bullets at the police?
Well, one thing that
I don't think it should be rubber bullets. They should learn their lesson. You're gonna shoot a rubber bullet at us. You're gonna take a fucking bullet to your fucking. I'm sorry, like it's such a shitty thing to talk about, but we're in a state where we need to fucking change, bro.
Definitely. Why
we need to show our government we're not some fucking.
What do you have over us other than this authority and weapons?
They've been working to get us these slaves. They've been trying to fatten us up, trying to get us, they've been trying to make sure that we try and stay as peaceful as possible. And I'm like, bro, you need to realize right fucking now that we're ready to fucking attack. Like you are not us. Your government is not America. America is us ready to fuck our government up because we are ready to.
It's like fucking workers versus the manager.
Will you find me? Will you find me out there with a gun ready to fire back? Nah, I gotta stay alive for my girlfriend and my brother, and I gotta, I'm an important person. All right, but I think the battle is fought from the internet. The battle is fought. The protests are awesome. But I think the battle comes from Twitter opening up Obamagate. Never thought I'd fucking see that on a platform. Never thought I'd see that on a platform.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's insane.
Well, is
and
Twitter a platform though?
One of the things that definitely 100%. But
What's the difference? What were you saying? A platform versus a what?
Publisher.
What's a publisher?
A publisher is someone that censors things out of fear of lawsuit.
But they've been censoring stuff as well.
Facebook and Twitter are both going to have to retestify in front of Congress over whether or not they're.
I was going to say because if you're,
because of the exposure, but
which is crazy that Twitter will have to because they have so much shit that people are.
They say they are a.
They say they're a public or a platform,
but they are.
But they're censoring, so that makes them a publisher.
Exactly,
and it doesn't.
What happens?
It's like a tax exemption.
So what? I don't even know what happens
before we go into this, I want to capitalize on something that Dylan just said is about the Michigan Capitol building protest where they were all armed and they protested. That's a clear example of when the government is scared of the Second Amendment because we are able to equally arm ourselves as the government is able to arm themselves. Like that's why that protest went without they were able to, they stormed the fucking the room where they were casting votes.
Yo, in Virginia, dude, they had 26,000 people there that they counted, and fucking they only had 7,500 National Guard soldiers.
That's what I'm, dude. I feel like
what are you gonna do?
Like, what are you gonna do when all of our soldiers are fucking overseas and all these other countries, and we have this big military force? You think these kids are gonna want to come home armed equally, like you said, equally the same armed people will say, well, no, it's the military. They could come and fuck shit up. And it's like, you think these kids are going to want to go home
and fight their fucking friends?
Fucking America.
Yeah, fight their fucking friends.
Well, that was the thing in the Civil War, too, is, or not the Civil War, too, but the Civil War is there were battles where people like straight up wouldn't shoot because they knew that their family was on the other side.
Right.
And those people typically died. Very painful mullet or very very painful.
All got mullets.
Musket fired deaths, but it's the same thing, but it's fucking 2020. It's literally almost 100 years later.
What I think about this is you have
over 100 years later.
You have these people, bro. You have these people in the police departments that are not majority, but they have all range of ages. You can work police force your whole life. They're old. They have these past police. Military is more. I don't know this for fact. I'm guessing, but I think I'd be right that it's majority is young people. And these young kids who are also reading about this, like, yeah, but they're not going to go in there. Like, these are people with sense. They're reading all this shit. They're not going to go in there. Like, cops, if they're older and they just want a power trip, if these cops that want a power trip, yeah, sure. But these people that are coming in, working for the National Guard and shit, you think they're going to want to, you see all these fucking people with guns and shit, and that you're going to think that they're going to want to, like, they wouldn't even want to fire them in the first place. Like, how can you be someone coming up in this age and being like, bro, my buddy's from this town. Like, I've met people from this town. Why would I fucking fire on them? Like, I don't care about, I hope people are like, okay, yeah, they say orders, but it's like, are you guys, I mean, yeah, I get there.
What happened to the fucking SS, bro?
What's up, Joe Schmo? You're catching us at the end of our podcast, but hey, we love you. We are looking at chat. It's usually Dylan's job. But.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't. I didn't have it. I'm sorry, Joe Schmo. I didn't have it. I clicked all live. Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh no, bro. I hope you were there, Joe. Fucking.
Yeah, you guys ready to ring it in until next week?
we can ring it in. Joe Schmo, we love you, dude. Tune in.
It's fucking 10 o'clock.
Tune in. We love the people.
We love the people.
Burn it all down, build it back up.
Down and build it back
Burn it all down and build it back up.
I've been saying it for fucking the last 9 years.
12 years.
Publicly.
Yeah.
Or 12 years. Fucking
back in
2000. Fuck me.
Bitch, we had MySpace.
Yeah, we had MySpace. We listened to Hollywood Undead,
shit.
Someday
AFI.
we're gonna come out with our own album of protesting music and shit like
But
that.
it's
If
gonna
we
be
ever
more
knew how to
like the
play
fucking. It's
music,
gonna be more like the Youngblood style. I feel
If Rage doesn't do it, we'll do it.
like /Rage/Youngbloods. It's like come together.
that's gonna be our first song. Is burn it all down and build it back up.
Bro, I'm down with it.
So yeah, we didn't really get into like my last point was Obamagate's kind of a fluke because we already had Spygate, and I don't know. I was just kind of angrily typing my notes when I did this, but I said Obamagate wasn't about him suspending habeas corpus, torturing Chelsea Manning, attacking Julian Assange, all that shit. But hey, we had a good, fun, wholesome episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, so before you leave us, please follow us on Twitter at WRKPod, on Instagram at WRKPodcast. And yeah, I don't know.
We want to do some streaming too. We like to game and talk about the shit as well. We'll talk about this shit 24/7, you know?
Yeah, so hit up patreon.com/WRKPod. We will be having our twitch.tv handles soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that,
thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Joe Schmo. I'm sorry we missed your messages. Love you guys.
Yeah, we love all of you. And we will catch you next week.